morning, Stoughton, and good morning outside of our nice town of Stoughton. Today I'm honored. My name is Michael Hecht. I'm an employee of the Scholar Retirement Services. I do different programs in regards to our elders. Some of those programs include poetry and art. And so I wanted to have the opportunity, and thank you to WSTO for giving me this opportunity. When the Path Becomes a Trail by Robert Falls. I met Robert Falls through an elder. His name was Willard Lund, and he resided at the Scholar Retirement Services. He was a resident of our assisted living area, and we became very close friends. He had been a pastor for 4,000 years, as I used to kid him, and I was his Jewish vicar. Him and I would enjoy putting together programs for his peers, and I was more or less a catalyst for him to have an audience and share with them. He was a beautiful man. And through Willard, I met Robert Falls and his lovely wife, Willard's daughter, Sharon Lund. And we became very good friends. And recently I got a book in the mail, and it was a book of Robert's poems. And so I said to myself, I'd love to honor him by reading his poetry today. It's been my little effort over the last couple of years is honoring people while they're above the grass, so to speak. And this is one of those programs where I want to honor a poet that's living among us. And if you're interested, again, When the Path Becomes a Trail, and I haven't looked at it, but I'm sure if you go on a website, you can find it. And it's dedicated to Calvin, who has stories of his own. And I wanted to read a little bit. This was written in August 22 by Holly Hayden. You'll find in this book tales of childhood memories, of great fish caught, of rivers canoed, and lands explored. These are stories of the journey of a man who understands the truths, some painful, of life lived rugged and a life lived well. You're also looking at a collage mural made by the elders of Magnolia Gardens of Scotland Home. And it's really photos of humanity, and that was the feeling I got from Robert's poems. So let me start to read them and enjoy the photos. And thank you for watching this program. And this, I'd like to start with, and later on I'll end with, this is a poem for Willard. It's titled, For Willard. The years have trickled by somehow, meandering through the meadow of your soul, a temperate brook with subtle sounds and pure condensed reflections, unique in every way. Each corner a surprise, each riffle an exclamation point in the elaborate future. It will find an ocean. Meanwhile, I walk beside it and marvel at the beauty and the strength. This poem is titled, How Could He Dance? How could he dance? How could he not? With a powerful heart sending rhythms to a hungry, needy soul, how could he dance? How could he not? Inspired by a stream of grace and harmony, compelled to be a master of those moments in his life when he left all gravity behind. Allow him, please, to continue. Rivers. The rivers of our lives run in arbitrary channels. They make no sense even with inevitable destinations. So we paddle and steer the best we can, making joy out of rapids and whirlpools and smiling when we reach the sea. Weeping willow. Her lissom posture could be considered ostentatious, except for her obvious shyness. Holding her cloak and color with such stubborn sweetness only endears her more. You feel her sadness in your heart, yet she makes you smile. She is autumn denied, springtime embrace, the art of nature. Miles to go. When we appeared at your door like some snow-born creatures, you were kind to take us in and generate a feast. It was remarkably perfect for the evening, and deliciously so for any evening, and gifts, and maybe frankincense for all we know. Thank you for a perfect Robert Frost stopping by. Free advice. How old must one be to be old when you're 8, or 8 times 10, perhaps mid-teens? When you're told to grow up again and again, it could be 40 and 5, when you think you have seen it all, or 70 if you're still alive and can dream about building a wall. I've been old once or twice, and I have some advice. It's free, so you may wish to borrow. When it comes to old, be brave and be bold, and answer their questions tomorrow. The path before the trail. The meadow seems much softer, new in a misty, melancholy way. Our memories and dreams embrace. The beauty of the flowers sustain us. Word of mouth. The news that touched the day today in Bergville country is a pinprick from afar. A Kodak slideshow faded to a strange orange tint. A wandering out of focus preamble, its own Facebook. The loaded pulp trucks of the 46 Club parked in the dusty lot. The screech of the grain belt beer sign in the fitful January winds. Walter Peterson falling down the basement stairway and breaking his neck. The Estabrook boys quarantined with impetigo. Big Joe Nelson exposing himself to young boys. The term for women who didn't put out, she don't drink, smoke, nor chew, or go with them that do. Tumty Nelson defecated a ball of white worms on a snow trail in February. Brother Jack split his foot with an axe while trimming a balsam tree. The clashes of veterans with a changing world left havoc smoldering in the alley and clotted curbs. Violence all around. I'd like to close the reading again with a poem to his father-in-law titled Willard's Way. In the shimmering heat of mid-July, amidst the sloping shoulders of undulating grassland, where the cottonwood and gnarled oak stand sentry over countless years, born into a common family that paid no heed to uncommon goodness, strong and swift, weathered by the seasons, on horizons that were windows to the west. The long walks down dusty roads of reflection, seeking, finalizing, realizing, a man of God, a husband of truth, a father of a generation, and now at nearly 90, a seed of peace and love and terrible wisdom. And again, I'd like to just remind everybody, Mr. Robert Falls is a resident of Minneapolis, Minnesota. You can go on WSTO YouTube and in the coming days or weeks be able to see this program. And I would also urge people in Minneapolis to take advantage of a beautiful living poet among you and maybe have him come and recite to the young and the old at your libraries and churches, and in between, maybe he'll even give you some of his wisdom. So again, this is Michael Hecht. I'd like to thank the elders of Magnolia Gardens for their beautiful artwork, and I hope to see you in the coming months with another poetry program. Thank you.